one thing's for sure, man. The dude puts in work. He puts in work, bro.
Gabe, how was the sparring? I was Zurdo's camp, Zurdo
Yeah.
Ramirez.
Like Bruce Lee said, be water, my friend. Like he's fluent. He's
Water,
fluent. He flows
exactly.
like water when he fights.
Dude don't move his head at all, man. What the? He don't talk about Kambosos.
But he loves to hurt you. And he loves to make a statement.
Said, don't take it personal. We started off
Yeah.
with do not take it personal. Take it personal,
Take it
please.
how you want to take
Take
it,
that
cuz.
shit personal. Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Mi Gallo. And today we're doing it a little different, virtually. The whole reason for it is because my boy Gabe Rosado is out in PR, Puerto Rico. What's going
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
Gabe? Talk to
man.
us. Why you out there, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm in La Isla del Encanto, bro. I'm in paradise right now, man. It's love out here. But yeah, I mean, I'm out here, man. I'm working with Jake, man. I'm working with Jake Paul and Dorado. You know what I'm saying? And it's good. It's good work, man. It's good work out here, man. Just being with the camp, seeing how they move, seeing how they work, man. One thing's for sure, man. The dude puts in work. He puts in work, bro.
Boy. It's crazy how things work out, right? Because I remember you told me like, "Yo, I'm heading over to PR. I have a little emergency with my apartment. You got your house out there." And then next
Yeah,
thing you
yeah, yeah.
know, Gabe texts me. Guess what? I'm about to spar Jake Paul. I'm like, yo, what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on?
It's funny how shit plays out because
Yeah.
I'm looking for flights to go to Puerto Rico because I got to deal with my house. I got some, had
Okay.
some water damage. It's
Yeah.
man, you get a lot of problems out here because of the climate. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
Especially with the water. So anyway, but then at the same time, Team J Paul hit me up like, "Yo, man, can you come out here for camp?" I'm like, "All right, yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
bet, let's go." You know what I mean? So it's not the first time that I've seen Jake in camp, but it's my first time sparring with him.
Right.
So it's dope, man. It's dope. It's a whole different, you know, you get like a whole different feel for like the boxer Jake. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
know when you see Jake on doing content or whatever is always,
Yeah.
jokes or talking shit or whatever, man.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's training time, man, the dude does put in work, bro.
Of course.
Yeah.
And one thing that really caught my attention, and was that when I asked you like, "Yo, Gabe, how was the sparring?" Obviously, without giving details on how he looked or how was the sparring, you were just like, "Man, Abner, he's strong. Like he's a big dude. He's strong." So, having
Yeah.
said that,
Oh no, for
when
sure.
people ask me, when people ask me like, "Yo, Abner, how do you see the fight against Jake and Chavez?" I said, if Chavez could fight, like comes and really fights, because he's got all the experience, he's been fighting his whole life since he was a kid, and he throws out punches, like it's going to be difficult for Jake. But if not, Jake is a strong dude. Jake is a heavy-handed guy too. And if he hits you right, and if he hits you, right on the spot, man, he's gonna create problems, and he's gonna put Chavez in a position where he's gonna start doubting himself. Like he has been in the past, and
Sure.
especially obviously him not being active and all that. That
Yeah.
would play in par and play. So it's a 50-50 fight. When people ask me, Jake, obviously, he's a pro fighter. He's been training consistency, a fighter that's been getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
Despite the names that he's had, I know older fighters like Mike Tyson and ex MMA fighters, but still, that's experience that he's
Yeah.
gaining. You get me? So
And honestly, I think when you're talking about the Tyson fight, that's more of a money grab. That's a
of course,
business. That was a business opportunity. That
business
was
move, yeah.
lucrative. It was lucrative for Mike, and it was lucrative for Jake. So
Hmm.
that was for me. That I don't really count that as a pro fight. That was more for me. That was all about grabbing a bag,
Right,
and
right.
it was pure entertainment. Now this fight right here with Chavez, that's a fight. This is a real fight,
Mhm.
and the fact that he's been active, he has timing.
Yeah.
And boxing is all about timing.
Hmm.
So that's the game where I see like, okay, is Chavez going to be able to catch up with the timing? Because
Hmm.
even though he has the experience, Jake has the timing on his side. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah.
honestly, bro, like as I've been working with Jake, the fight gets more interesting to me. You know
No
what I'm
doubt,
saying?
no
The fight
doubt.
gets
I
more
think for
interesting to me.
Chavez,
Where it's like, yeah,
is father time. timing, being out for so long, and obviously the outside problems that he's had and had to deal with as far as,
Yeah.
him taking, certain stuff. Um, I don't want to say, but doing stuff that he's not supposed to. You get me?
Yeah.
So that at the end of the day it catches up to you, regardless of
No, for sure,
what
man.
sport, whatever you're doing. So I'm just happy that Chavez is getting a big opportunity like this because he's a good dude, good fighter. But at the end
And
of the
it's a
day,
good,
yeah, tell me.
it, no, and it's really, it's actually a great opportunity for both fighters because it's a great opportunity for Chavez because he could really turn it around. If
Bro.
he really locks in, he could really turn it around for himself. But at the same time, if Jake is able to really beat him decisively, then it is big for Jake.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So like this is a fight, bro, where in the beginning when it was made, I kind of was like, I was kind of like, the hell? Like Chavez is he's off, he's out. But look, one thing's for sure, he's had enough time to get ready.
Yeah. If he beats Chavez, he beat a fighter, a boxer. Something
No,
that
no, no, for
people
sure.
have been asking for a long time. Like Jake, fight a real boxer, fight a real fighter. I think the last actual boxer fighter that he fought was Tyson Fury's brother. Other
Yeah,
than that, all of them have been MMA fighters, retired, ex world champions, old fighters like Mike
yeah.
Tyson. But this is a real test for
No, for
Jake Paul.
sure.
So both sides, like you mentioned. So I'm looking forward to that fight, man.
No, for sure,
And
man. And
listen,
then
I was out in Zurdo's camp, Zurdo
yeah,
Ramirez. I was
yeah.
checking out his sparring, and
Yeah,
he's on
we
the
got cool
undercard.
again. We got cool again. We follow each other now.
You said what?
I said we got cool again. We now we follow each other.
Oh, you and yeah, Zurdo. You know what? Ever since you posted that video, we posted that video of you talking about like how he's so smooth. He's like Bruce Lee. He's like
Yeah.
like fight like what did you say? Fight like the water or something like that. Become
Yeah,
the
it's
water or something.
like Bruce Lee said, be water, my friend. Like he's fluent.
Be
He's
water
fluent. He flows
exactly.
like water when he fights.
Bro, I was seeing just that, in this sparring session that I saw on Monday. He's so relaxed. As a big guy that he is, heavy guy, man, he moves really well.
Yeah,
Side steps, angles. I mean, he does a lot. That
yeah.
for that weight class you don't see as much. So I really like what I saw from Zurdo on Monday in the sparring session. That I'm like, man, I'm looking forward to this fight because he ain't fighting no pushover. He's fighting I'm
Nah,
sorry, this Cuban guy. What is it? Dorticos. He's 27, 2 and 25 knockouts. He got power. You got me?
he got power.
And we all know that Cuban fighters, they ain't pushovers, man. They good. They strong
Nah,
too. So,
I mean,
if Zurdo wins, they're talking about possibly getting the winner of Chavez and Jake Paul. So we'll see what happens, man.
look, man.
That'll be a
Like I
good
said, yeah, like I said, man. Regardless of what happened with me and Zudo, obviously he outgrew the weight. You know what I'm saying?
one.
And he was able to make the 75-pound limit anymore. But I've always respected Zudo's fight game. Always.
Hmm.
Like, man, one of my favorite sparring sessions was when Zudo would come to the gym at Wildcard, or I don't think I've ever went to his gym,
Okay.
but he would come to Wildcard, and I love sparring with Zudo because it's high chest. It's high
Mm.
level chess, bro. It ain't like you just gonna go in there and let your hands go and do whatever you want. You gotta think, you gotta
You can't make a mistake with
strategize,
them.
you gotta make adjustments. He makes adjustments, you make adjustments. So
Yeah.
you're man is learning. And when me and Zudo would spar, it would be high intensity sparring, but it would never be like us trying to knock each other out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was never throwing a hard shot to get him out, or he was never throwing like that. It would be us just letting our hands go
Right.
and really just sharpening our skills.
I'm glad you mentioned that because what I saw in this sparring session was each and every round was different. He will
Yeah,
come out with a different game plan, different thing to do, different thing to perfect. One round he was moving a lot, side steps, another round throwing the jab a lot, another round counter punching, another round, digging to the body, staying in the pocket. So he was
yeah,
doing different things every single round. And that's rare to see nowadays in sparring sessions, because now you go out there and people just want to show off and want to, get people's, tear people's heads off. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, it's sparring sessions. It's time to learn. It's time to
Yeah.
perfect things and work on things that you're gonna, do come fight night. So I gotta give it up to him, his team, his corner, and he's a great
Sure.
student too, man. He listened to everything that we're saying. So again, I mean, I'm not just
Absolutely.
praising this kid because I know him, but
Yeah.
because I saw it. You get me? I saw exactly that, and I'm high on him right now.
Yeah, man. Him and Julian make a good team. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Julian's a nice
Julian,
shout out
they
to
it's
Julian.
like
Yeah.
yeah, it's a perfect combination with him and Julian. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So he takes the information well from Julian,
Yeah.
and they work real good together, bro. And like I said, man, I think Zudo's like a surgeon, bro. He really knows how to put
Yeah.
it together and switch it up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a really good fight, man. Like the Honda Centers is gonna be electric that night, bro.
Oh
It's gonna be
man.
crazy.
Oh
It's gonna
man.
be crazy.
Mexico
And
turn
so,
up,
and
baby.
so
Mexico
you
turn
got
up.
Zuldo is gonna already have the crowd going wow. So that
Mhm.
ring walk with Chavez and Jake, it's gonna be nuts, bro. Because at the end of the day, people love Chavez.
Listen, you ain't ready for Sudo's walkout though. Ring walkout, man. He already told me
Oh,
what he's
word.
doing and how he's coming out. So
Uh,
I don't
oh
know,
shit,
man.
gonna be crazy.
He might outdo and outperform Jake and Chavez that night, man.
Man,
So
that's
be
wild.
ready.
That's wild.
Be ready
No,
for
for
it.
sure, man. No doubt. No doubt. All right, man. So then we got the beatdown. The
This
Hitchens
past
put on
weekend, man.
Kambosos. Because it was the beat. It was the beatdown. And you know what? You know what, bro? You know what I loved about that fight, Abner?
What's that?
We talked about killer instinct.
Yeah.
We talked about dudes going in there and not playing. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what
Yeah.
Hitchens did.
Yeah,
See,
bro.
that's how you win fans.
Yeah.
That's how you put asses in seats, and that's how you
Yep.
become a superstar.
Yep.
Put
He
a
did
beating on
everything.
Kambosos.
Exactly. I still remember your text. We were because you were watching the fight, through your phone, and I was also because I was at a birthday party, whatever. And you're like, "Yo, Ab, you watching the fight?" Like, "Yeah, on my phone." Man, this dude don't move his head at all, man. What the, talking about convulsions? Like,
It
man, just
was,
going in straight forward. And it's true, man. This guy just went in head and first, like like bro, like you've been in the business for so long. You're a professional fighter, like
bro.
fundamentals, bro. Like move your fucking head. You got hit already like 5 times, like. But
Yeah,
at
bro.
the end of the day, Hitchison, he's just a beast. He's just a great fighter. He's got a smooth jab and a body work, man. The body shot, how he finished it as well. And like you
Uh,
said, the killer instinct, how he finished the fight and what he said at the end, like the same energy that he had inside the ring is the same energy that he brought up and brought out, come the
yeah,
interview. When he said,
no.
what did he say,
But
Gabe? What did he say, Gabe? Who did he direct it to? Talk
he
to me.
called out. Did he call out? He called out Haney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, bro. I think he puts a beating on Haney.
Oh, he
You know
said
what
a
I'm saying?
beating?
I think he does,
You don't
man. I
think he
think
just beats him? He puts a beating on him.
I think Hitchens, man. This is what I like about Hitchens. Hitchens knows how good he is,
Hmm.
and if Hitchens wants, he could box you. And he can make and it can be a boring fight. He'll control you with a jab. He can stay from the outside all day. But he loves to hurt you. And he loves to make a statement. And that's that's what superstars are made of. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Cambosis, bro, I think his motivation was I'm gonna do what Teal couldn't do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm gonna
Hmm.
do what Haney wasn't able to do. I'm gonna break him down. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what he did, bro. And then, finish him with that left hook to the body, dead on the money in the middle of a combination. It's just great stuff. And he had good defense too. He really didn't get hit much.
Yeah, you know how it is at the end of the at the end of the day, as a fighter, you want to outperform the last opponent. Like you mentioned,
Yeah.
like when Kambosos fought Teofimo, he just wanted to outwork and outdo what the other opponents did, against this fighter. And like you said, Hitchens is a fighter that he could play safe, fight from the outside because he's a technical fighter. He's so smooth with it, the angle that he's always in, but he's got the killer instinct, like you said. Like once he hits you and once he hurts you, he ain't gonna let you go, man. And he
Yeah.
punishes you. And once he does that, he will find a way to finish you. And that's how he did with the body shot, man. I'm really high on him right now. And man, let's move on forward to your boy Munguia. You said you were gonna go
Almost.
hard on him. You didn't take it easy on him in
No,
the
no,
last
no,
fight.
no. Listen,
You
I
no no
said,
no. It's not that you don't go. You went hard. You
listen.
stated your experience. You get me? And
Yeah,
a lot of people respected that because you were just talking off what you saw when you fought him and how you see it now that all this is coming out. So
yeah.
B sample came out positive.
Yeah, the
What do
B
you got to
example
say?
came out positive, and then when I had posted on my Instagram the short clip of me wondering was he on something when we fought because his energy level was insane. His ability to
Recovery.
recover was like it just was like it didn't make sense to me. At the end of the fight, I told my team, I'm like, yo, I think he was on something. Now people were coming at me like, "Oh, you're a sore loser," blah 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 blah. It is what it is. And
Okay.
but what people don't understand, I don't know if I said it on the, I don't know if I said it on this on that segment,
Okay.
but what people don't understand was that he made it so late to the arena where he avoided the drug test. So the night that we fought
Mm,
at the Honda Center, he
mm,
avoided the drug test. I took my drug test and he wasn't in the arena yet. So I said, look, when he makes it to the arena, let us know so a team member of mine can go see him take the drug test. No
right.
one ever grabbed any of my team members, and the drug test, it never happened.
Mm,
So I don't know
yeah.
how that slipped through the crack, but
Yeah.
I was in the moment of being so focused and locked in and getting ready to fight where it was just one of those things that just kind of like slipped. But
Yeah.
that's how that went
So
down.
look,
But
yeah,
anyway, he
the
filled
truth always
he
comes
filled the
out.
B sample. Yeah, and he filled the B sample. So now the UK commission deals with it. And look, man, he should be suspended for the year, for the entire year, fined, and then the fine should go to obviously a no contest, and then the fine should go to Bruno. The
Mm,
money should go
yeah,
directly to Bruno.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if the commission gets a piece of that, but I feel like, man,
You know
is
they always
Bruno
do. They
tough
always
on him?
find a way to get a piece.
I
No.
know. I know. I'll be sick if I was Bruno. But yeah, man, I feel like Bruno, the he's the one that put himself at risk. He's the one that was in the ring with a guy that was dirty. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, why are you're 20 something years old? Why are you taking enhancements? Why are you taking like what are you doing? What are you doing?
yeah.
And look,
Listen,
and Abner, real quick, Abner, at my age, at 39, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Tell me.
I wouldn't take enhancements. You know why I wouldn't take enhancements?
Why is
I've
that?
never done, but you know why? Because God forbid, right? I did some bullshit like that, and I get tested positive, bro. I just ruined my reputation.
Mm,
Everything, the respect that people have for me is gone. Gabe was a warrior. Gabe was a gladiator. That shit is gone. It ain't worth it, dog.
bro.
It ain't fucking worth it.
That's what
You
I'm
feel me,
saying. Like,
Abner?
why aren't these fighters even thinking like that, bro? Like, you're gonna get caught. It's gonna come out sooner or later. I believe me. You've seen. I know. Like, there's fighters out there that do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Yeah.
they got away with it maybe once, maybe like, bro, it's gonna catch up to you. And
And
it's
Abner,
it's
you as a
obvious
fighter,
sometimes with certain fighters.
and Abner, you as a fighter, what is your how much is your reputation worth? You as a fighter,
Everything, everything,
everything,
everything,
everything.
bro. I can walk out the street right now with my head up high, tall.
Yeah,
People talk highly of me because of the fights that I gave them. I gave my heart out without cheating. I didn't need that. And if
exactly.
I lost, I took the L. You get
Yep,
me? I got knocked out, I
exactly.
took it. I came back and became a world champion. I wasn't about making excuses and I wasn't about winning. And everybody wants to win bad.
Yeah,
Everyone wants to win bad. But, bro, like wanting to win bad and wanting to consume certain substances that are gonna give you an advantage to win. and even not even win, perhaps even injure your opponent, bro. I couldn't live with that. I could
Bro,
not live with that.
the perfect example is Lance Armstrong.
Yeah,
This man, iconic, legend,
yeah.
like came back from cancer, had one of the greatest stories in sports.
Nobody like
The
him no
man
more.
was doping his whole career. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, Lance will never be recognized as the greatest.
Ever.
It's like, bro, his legacy would have lived on. Bro, they would
Yeah.
be talking about Lance Armstrong 100 years from now, 200 years from now. That's how great he was. But, bro, that's why it's never worth it. Yeah, you do everything you can to win, but never ruin your reputation because that's all you got. At the end of the day, when you die and people are going to talk about you, they're going to talk about the good you did. But you don't want to
Hmm.
be known as the guy that, oh, yeah, he popped early or he
Yeah.
cheated or it's just
Yeah.
not, especially in boxing, it's just not honorable, bro.
Yeah. No, no
It's
doubt,
just not
man. No
honorable.
doubt. I didn't
No
say
doubt.
much. Remember, I told you I'm not gonna speak on it until the B sample comes back, and
Yeah,
and if it comes out positive, man, I gotta be vocal and talk about
yeah,
what's going on, and it's not respectful. It's really unfortunate what Munguia did for
yeah.
boxing.
Well,
Again, it taints the sport of boxing as bad as it is already. People dislike boxing. A lot of people because of the judging, bad ruling. Fighters
yeah,
finding a way to cheat and all this
yeah.
stuff. And that's why. And actually, I was thinking about this yesterday while I was showering. As a matter of fact, I was showering. I was thinking about boxing. Well, and I'm like, man,
You in there
why has
shadow
boxing?
boxing, dog?
Yeah, I do. Hell yeah, all the time, bro. Come on now, you know you
Yeah.
do. Oh man. So I'm thinking like it's crazy how boxing has changed so much. And the whole reason that boxing has changed so much is because that so much that has been going on with boxing, bro, is that the bad ruling with the judges. Fighters not fighting the best, not fighting the best. So now it just became an entertainment business. And that's why any type of if I wanted to fight the elotero man right now, the corn man selling elotes out there and make it a big deal. Yo, I called him out and he didn't stop and he left. Put it on my YouTube, tell everybody like, yo, elotero man, he dissed me, he didn't want to sell me elote. Make it big, promote it, fight the elote man. People will buy it and pay for that shit because it's all hype. It's all
Storyline.
uh, social media vibe, bro, and it's become that. But if in this day and era, the best were fighting the best, one against one, one against two, best fighting the best. Period. There will be no room for that.
You know
There
what
will
I
no
think?
no.
But Abner, you know what I think it is too, man? I think it's the sanctioning bodies not doing their job in the sense of
Well, that's the whole point.
earn your ranking. Right now, you got fighters that are ranked high and have a small amount of fights. You know what I'm saying? You got guys that come into the sport already solidified as the next thing, and they move them a certain way and rank them immediately
Hey,
when they don't earn the ranking. Back in the
let's not go
day,
far.
back
Manny
huh?
Pacquiao fighting. Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting for a title after what 4 or 5 years? How long was he out? You got
No, I
me?
feel
Like,
you. No, yeah. That's the thing where now, like in our time when we were fighting in the rankings, we really had to fight, motherfuckers. And
yeah,
and the thing is this: the matches, the fights that we had to fight in order to get those rankings and get those interim titles,
yeah,
those weren't
yeah.
easy fights. Those
Mm-hmm.
weren't easy fights. So by the time we fought big names, the fights were were big because
Yeah,
we had to take it the hard way. Now you
yeah,
got guys only 15 fights. Look at
yeah,
look at Morrell. Morrell fights
yeah.
Benavidez. Morrell only got 11 fights.
Yeah.
Morrell only
Bro,
got 11 fights, bro.
how many quicker state belts I had to win in order to me to get to
Real
ranking it. I said
talk.
quicker state because it was the oil company that used to
Yeah,
sponsor the
real talk. So
event.
I just think, man, it's just the sanctioning bodies just got to be a little stronger with the
Yeah.
rankings and actually creating
Hey, there's so much
mandatories.
money out there right now for them to make that they ain't gonna do that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of money out with YouTubers, with social media
Yeah,
influencers, with other fighters that got a hype going, and the manager's paying
yeah.
an X amount of money to put them, rank them. That's what happens
But you
now.
know what though? And that's true, Abner. But you know what though? At the end of the day, you're only as good as your product. And who's the product? The product is it's the fights. So if these
The fight.
fighters ain't showing up, and we keep getting these dud ass fights,
How long
it's
has it
like,
been going on though? How long has it's been going on for
well,
years?
look, well,
There's still
look,
no
well, look.
change.
It's a breath of fresh air when you got a youngin like Hitchens going for the kill. That's a breath of fresh
Yeah,
air. It's a
yeah.
breath of fresh air when you got a guy like Zurdo, who's a technician. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's a breath of
Hmm.
fresh air when you got Inouye. So we still got guys that
And
are
we still have,
still,
there's still hope.
yeah, we still got guys that are still setting the tone. And these are
Yeah,
the guys that people are gonna gravitate to. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Abner, man. So like, speaking of these guys getting ranked and getting these opportunities,
Right.
don't take it personal. Keyshawn Davis blowing a great opportunity. You become champion. You're defending your title. You come 4 pounds over at home. And Abner, we know when a guy tries to make weight. That
Yeah.
man did not look drained. That man's
Mm-mm.
face looked fine. He didn't look like he
Mm-mm.
even tried, bro. He didn't look like he
Yeah.
even tried. And then the day of the fight, he's ringside eating popcorn. He's ringside just laughing, eating. Why did you even go to the fight in the first place?
Oh.
Why would you even go to the fight in the
The
first place, bro?
disrespect, Gabe. The disrespect.
But
The
then Abner,
audacity to just go out there and eat popcorn. How you said he coming in heavy, looking like he didn't care. He probably thought that, hey, Los Santos needs the money. The promoter manager, they're gonna say, okay, let's go through with the fight. 4 pounds over. Like, nah, man, you don't do that. I lost a
trash.
lot of respect, if not all the respect for
Listen,
Davis, bro.
done. I'm done. It's like, look, bro. There's this sport, Abner. There's millions of
Yeah,
fighters around the world. There's gyms
it's a one
everywhere.
opportunity.
Boxing is not a team sport where you tag a partner in and there's a team of 20. No, it's a one man sport. So if you look at it, right, the
Yeah,
opportunity to fight on a world class level, what's the odds? It's
bro.
probably the hardest thing to ever accomplish. The odds of being on prime television, bro, the competition is so crazy. So when you're the champion and this is how
Mhm.
you behave, and then the day to fight, you're ringside eating popcorn, laughing, making jokes, bro. We don't need that in the game. We don't need that in the
Bro,
sport. We do not need
listen,
that in the sport of boxing, bro.
yeah, and not only that, Gabe, what he did after the fight in the locker room,
Bro,
his brother and him jumping, the opponent.
that was so, bro. That was so. How do you jump a guy that beats your brother fair and square? He
Yeah,
beats your
yeah,
brother, and y'all
yeah,
just go and jump this guy, bro. Like what is that, dude? Like what we
yeah,
doing here, dude? What we doing here? What
yeah,
example are we setting for the young boys that are coming up? And these are the fighters that they're idolizing. The young boys don't look at us. The young
mm-mm,
boys, they're looking at Keyshawn, they're looking at Haney, they're looking at Lopez. They're seeing how these guys are behaving. And you're
yeah,
you're in an event rolling on a guy that just beat your brother. So you a
yeah,
sore loser? You a sore loser too? I don't
yeah.
know, man. It's just
Man, I just lost
I
all the
just
respect. Not just a little bit. I lost all the respect for Davis for doing that, for missing
absolutely.
weight, for eating popcorn, chips, whatever, ringside, not
And we
caring,
and we praised him.
taunting the world, taunting the boxing fans. Like, bro, like you don't disrespect. Not only that, going back to the dressing room and beating up the
Yeah,
guy that beat your brother and his
yeah,
other brother jumping in. You got me totally disrespect. I hope he gets fined. I hope he gets suspended, for a period of time.
yeah,
And the world needs an apology. Not only the fighter, the whole world boxing world. He needs to apologize
yeah.
on his behalf, his brother's behalf, and just come out and set it straight
for
because
sure.
everything he did, bro, was just foul. We
Yeah.
ruined pretty much his whole career in one night.
And Abner, we on the last episode we praised him.
Yeah. Oh
We we
yeah,
we
I
we
did.
gave
I
him
did. Bro,
props.
I was
We
high on the
said,
whole family. I said the whole
yeah,
brother.
we praised them. We gave them their props and shit like that. But there's a thin line, dude. One thing you don't do is you don't fight, especially a man that just got out of the ring.
Yeah.
You don't roll on. You don't. Come on, like what we doing, dude? Like,
Even if
where's
he didn't
the?
punch the guy, which he did, or there was
They
punches
said. They
thrown.
said. They said that he walked up and headbutted him.
Yeah, okay. Even if there was no headbutt, you don't press a man, a fighter that beat your brother fair and square.
Yeah,
When you are the biggest clown that night, the guy that was supposed to be the main event and didn't make weight. You get me?
exactly.
So there's no room for
Exactly.
that. I mean, I got no respect for Davis right now, man.
I'm gonna keep it a
I'm
buck
I'm,
with you,
I'm hot,
dude.
man. I wish I was still in fighting shape, man. Call these
Listen,
guys out. I'd be
I
like,
feel you.
man, come fight me.
Yo, Abner,
Ah, man.
if if I was in charge and I could make a move on that situation, you know what I'm saying? Davis is getting suspended for a year, obviously getting fined, you know what I'm saying? And he gotta work his way back. You know what I'm saying? He gotta work, pull him off the rankings, he definitely gotta just work his way back. Like he's back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
Because
set an example,
yeah,
Gabe.
because it would be disrespectful to the sport if you didn't put this dude on a headline in his next fight.
Yeah, there's no room for fighters coming in thinking that they can miss weight and pay just to fight and like, all right, cool, let's go through with the fight. Nah, they
Yeah,
should make an example of someone sooner or later to be like, this is not it. You have
yeah,
to make weight. You are a professional, and if you know or think that you cannot make weight, maybe a day, 2 days before, you call the manager, you talk to the promotion, be like, yo, you know what? I
yeah,
cannot make weight. Let's work some out before they go
yeah,
on scale. They announce like, you know what? Contracts were changed. We came into an agreement. We're gonna, up, the weight class, and now it's going like this. But no, if you come in heavy,
yeah.
4 pounds, bro, 4 pounds, like that,
Crazy.
there's no room for that, man. That's a slap in the face to the sport.
Yeah, and I don't think the punishment is just because he didn't make the weight. I think
No,
may
the
not
whole
making the
ball, bro.
weight. I think not making the weight is horrible, but I think it's even worse. Rolling on the dude that beat your brother. I think that's even worse.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I think for real, just because of
Yeah.
that,
That was the
the
clown of
punishment
the
needs
day,
to be
man.
bigger. It's clown behavior,
Okay,
clown
you know
behavior.
how you said don't take it personal? We started off
Yeah,
with do not take it personal. Take it personal,
take it
please.
how you want to take
Take
it,
that
cuz.
shit personal. Because if we coming at you with facts, man, it
Take
is
it
what
how
it
you
is.
want to take it, bro.
Listen,
Real talk. I think most valuable promotions is probably one of the best right now in the business, in the way
yeah,
they promote fights. So
yeah,
it's going to be an event that not only are these fights probably are going to live up to the hype, because I truly believe they're going to live up to the hype.
yeah.
Because it's a great stacked card.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but just the entertainment factor in the building. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
most valuable MVP, bro. They do popping as promotions, man, and I'm excited, to be a part of it, man. So that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, no. Big shout out to Jake Paul for doing what he's doing, not only as an entertainer, the YouTuber, but the professional boxer that he is, and now the promotion company that he's putting all these great fights, great events, and giving the young future boxing opportunities. I heard he just signed a couple of young Puerto Rican fighters.
Yeah,
So again, he opened up the doors for the women's boxing. Man, he was one of the first promotion companies who pay so much money to Serrano, to
yeah.
having all these big fights, happening now as a woman's boxing. So my ultimate
Bro,
respect to Jake Paul. Talk to me.
and I forgot to mention I got to see Sodano spar.
You
Man,
say you got to, yeah,
I got to see Sodano spar. She looks amazing. You know what I'm saying? She's a machine, bro. She's a machine.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's crazy to think that she was making $4,000 for title fights.
Oh, wow.
Now she's making millions,
Millions.
millions, and she's about to headline on Netflix.
Thanks to
Insane,
who? You gotta say it. Thanks to
insane.
who?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul MVP. they gave her that platform, and it's a lot of times that people give you an opportunity, but it's up to you to take advantage of the opportunity. And shout out to Amanda for elevating her game and just being one of the greatest female boxers in the game. Not even female boxers, just boxer, period. Just a
Mhm.
boxer, period, bro.
Yeah, let's
You know
not
what I'm saying?
label it
So
boxer.
no
Period.
doubt,
Yeah,
man. No
no
doubt,
doubt,
man.
man.
So even though we got some bullshit going on in boxing avenue, we still got
That's
some.
so
We
good.
got Amanda too. We got Amanda. We got Katie. And shout out to Katie, because Katie, those wins were controversial, but
Oh man,
you can't discredit Katie.
hell
Katie
no, bro.
Taylor is
Respect to
a
her.
dog.
Yeah,
She's a
yeah.
beast, man. And it takes two to tango. And it takes two to make a big event. And without
Gabe,
Katie,
they get five, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 times. I watched every single one of them because
yeah,
they're out
man,
there to show the world that they're the best, man, and they
no
perform,
doubt,
man. I'm
no,
just, I'm happy about that. And listen, man, I cannot wait for you to come back home. Even though I'm a little
yeah,
hurt because you didn't invite me to PR, but
yeah.
it's all right. I
Yo,
want to go to
we gonna
the
set it
Isla
up.
del
We gonna we,
Encanto.
we, we gotta plan this. We gotta plan this, bro. We gotta plan it.
But we got nice weather out here in Cali too, so I'll
No
see you
doubt.
back home, brother.
No
We'll
doubt,
be
bro.
at the fight. We'll be at the Jake Paul against Zudo Chavez fight card, June 28th. And looking forward to the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Mi Gallo, once again, man. Gabe, myself, we're trying to do our best, trying to give you guys the best, news and boxing, talk about everything that's going on, and speak facts and not hold back, man. No filter.
No, real talk, man. We appreciate the support. Make sure y'all catch us YouTube and Spotify, and do not forget to subscribe. We appreciate the love and the support. Let's go, Mi Gallo, baby.
Appreciate it, man. Let's go.